Okay, let's get started with the most blatant joke character of the game, Goemon. I'm not expecting much from him in terms of mission design, but at the very least the dialogue should be something worth chuckling over. Oh, son of a bitch. His first mission is a castle infiltration? I know, it kinda makes sense since he's the Japanese equivalent of Robin Hood, but come on. Ugh, bloody hell. Don't really have a choice but to go through with it, though. And at least it seemed to have a good sense of continuity with Konoichi's campaign. I actually kind of appreciate that. Well, you guys aren't gonna have too much trouble finding Goemon, that's for sure. The guy's a meat tank. I don't think he can pull off subtle even if he tried. Stopping him, however, yeah, you're gonna be screwed. Oh joy. The mission objective pretty much tells us to thoroughly explore every floor we go through. Wait, it was really that easy to find the treasure here? I know, it's the first mission of the campaign, but seriously? I refuse to believe that it was that simple. There's got to be more treasure on each floor than just the one thing. It's a fat guy with a mace and a massive cannon strapped to his back. You're justifiably considering him a threat on sight, much less when he announces himself as the King of Thieves. Well, you must have some idea of who he is after he just yelled an introduction for you. And good God, Goemon's mace is no joke. I winced in sympathy with every one of those heavy blows Ranmaru took there. Wonder why it is that I pay more attention to a character's moveset when that's the character we control, instead of when we're fighting against them. It's not like I should have been surprised in the last campaign that No's style of combat was so kick-focused, or that Goemon's attacks look pretty brutal considering the limitations of the game. King of Thieves who just got hit by a trap he'd already avoided less than a moment ago. Though considering that at least one wanted poster in the castle that has his face on it, it feels downright stupid that Ranmaru didn't recognize who this guy is. Maybe Ranmaru just never walked into that particular hallway because it led to a dead end or something? For some reason, I thought being the largest character in the cast would mean we wouldn't be so easy to throw around. Should have known better if only because it was just as easy to toss Goemon around when we were the other characters, as it was to send anyone with a large enough health bar flying without killing them early in the game. Right, that does it for the first floor. Is it just me, or does it not look like Goemon causes anywhere near as large of a shockwave when he drops down as the scrawny little bastards with claws? Wonder why they didn't make his butt drop to the ground have more of an impact if they want to emphasize his sheer weight over the other characters in the game. I mean, the way he runs and fights certainly gives me the impression he's heavier at any rate. Though I suppose Shingen had a similar running animation, and similar pauses between blows with his fan.
あら、ここはゲロウの来るところではないわよ。
Sorry, Millie, but it doesn't look like you're changing here, so I don't see why you want us out of this room. Seriously, this room looks no different from countless others I've run through in multiple castles so far. You don't get to say you want to run this room when it's completely in this face from every other room in multiple different castles.
あなたみたいな人、嫌いじゃないわ。 汚らしくてこれ以上の
Make up your mind. Would you like to see more of Goemon or less? Because you're disgusted with him for some reason. I know, her line for defeat is one that she uses regardless of who beats her or where, but they really should have done something to avoid little contradictions like that. Or did they think that through the sheer amount of repetition, the player would stop paying attention to the things the enemies say when they go through their defeat cutscene? And if they thought people wouldn't pay attention to that sort of short defeating cutscene, it raises the question of why they bothered throwing those in. It just interrupts the flow of the action, and part of the very draw of this genre of games is the flow of the action. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is downright amazing just how unimportant for the entire series Nobutada Oda is, considering he's the oldest son of Nobunaga, a very central character. And I can't remember a single anime or other video game series that treats him as anything more than just a glorified decoration. Hell, a lot of media just ignores that he ever existed at all. At the very least, the fact that he ended up marrying Shingen's daughter should have given him a bit more weight than all the other generic officers we smack around him. Especially since this series isn't shy about having Shingen and Kenshin occasionally doing crap long after they should have died of natural causes. I know, I should be more focused on Goemon since this is his campaign, not Shingen's. Unfortunately, I don't really know all that much about Goemon or his legends. Just that he was essentially Robin Hood, at least that style figure, that he existed during the Sengoku period, and Hideyoshi had him and his son executed. Oh, and that he's a character in a game called Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for the N64, part of a wacky series that only had one entry, released outside of Japan as far as I know. Rented that game a long time ago, found it a little odd, but decided to buy Banjo-Kazooie instead. Maybe one day I'll give that game another try. Hello there, Hanzo. Sorry I can't stay in chat, but I'd prefer to get this mission finished so we can move on. A little hard for him to come back here when we rather quickly and brutally knocked him into next week. And why cry out a challenge for a man we already beat before you got finished to that line of dialogue? I will remind you that I'm playing on normal, not easy. And that really raises the question of just how much easier this game could get, considering how much we've been zipping through it.
お宝お宝ってお取り込み中でしたか新手君覗きは来た
Is it Peeping Guy? I'm sorry, but I don't recall a single moment in either this mission or any of his appearances in other people's campaigns, or Goemon peeped at women or something. Did Jiraiya from Naruto disguise himself as Goemon for some reason or something? Anyway, it's a bit annoying in this supposedly three-way fight that the two enemies are more focused on us than each other, but given how hard we hit, I think we can handle it. Oh, we'll see some new people once we're done with the base game and move on to the expansion. Hope that satisfies you. Certainly bad timing for that rescue squad. They literally popped up just seconds before the man they were coming to support got taken down. of that for a pot?
天下のお宝
Why
丼
does Goemon even
呼ば
want
れて
that
飛
pot
び出
anyway?
てじゃじゃ
Seriously.
じゃじゃ
The members of the audience who are not Japanese would like to know what the hell's going on here.
なんじゃこりゃ
So, the pot talked back to him, the game didn't give subtitles to what the pot said, and Goemon was disappointed? I'm a little confused, but I suppose I can kind of roll with it. It's a decent change of pace, after all.